Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever in the world you are today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope that you have a wonderful whatever's left of your day. I really do. But I'm going to be real with you. As always, I know many of you are depressed right now. I mean, you're beyond just having a bad day, right? You're in a dark place in your life. I understand. I really understand. It may be linked to things going on in the world right now, or maybe it's linked to something a little bit closer to home. But like you, even as a Christian, there are times I still feel this underlying sense of foreboding. I know about depression, but what about all that stuff like God is in control and God's got a plan? If that's true, well, I feel down and discouraged and depressed. And why, of all things, feel a sense of dread if we know God's in control? Well, all I can say is that if you feel both ways at the same time, you and I and King David, the psalmist, and a few prophets have something in common. Knowing that the Lord's hand is not weak and his arm is not short does not change the fact that you and I are living in mortal bodies affected by the constant onslaught of circumstances which drain us, both physically and mentally. Sad truth is that even though you and I may believe there is hope, for our hope is in Jesus, we may still find ourselves battling this sense of hopelessness. Now, who am I to suggest how another comes to be in this situation? It's hard enough to explain my own feelings and emotions and circumstances, much less try to piece together the puzzles of somebody else's life. However, I do want to attempt to validate what some of you might be feeling if you are at the point of needing help. Yes, I want to encourage you to ask for help. The problem with admitting you are depressed, especially to the point of danger, is that by doing so, one risks making things even worse. I get it. Depending on the level of depression, admitting it may lead to others taking away, for a time, the very things for which you fight to hold on to, the things that give meaning to your existence. Only you can define what that is. Therefore, to maintain a sense of purpose and keep the light at the end of the tunnel lit, we hide the pain, hope to God things get better, and force our faith to the surface for others to see, essentially faking it, sort of, until we make it. Now, why is this? I'm not a licensed therapist or a clinical psychologist, but my best guess is because what we believe about our faith, albeit true, is always in a fight with perception, pride, and physiology. And I didn't plan on alliterating those points, but it would make a good sermon outline, wouldn't you think? Perception. How we perceive things aren't always the way things are. Unlike what they always say, perception is not reality. Reality is reality. And pride. Our pride keeps us from admitting weaknesses and flaws, even though we know Scripture says to confess our faults one to another. And that's faults, by the way, not sins. As for physiology, we often think it's all in our heads. And if we would just get our hearts right, things would work out without us having to admit our struggles. But in reality, what we are dealing with is a physical issue that could easily be addressed with some medical help. Can you relate? If so, let's encourage one another. God does still reign. His mercies endure forever, and because of his steadfast love and faithfulness, we are not condemned. Faking it till we make it isn't really the best option. Let me tell you, as one who has battled depression and still does, and one who has even come to the brink of suicide, the devil is a liar. You are loved. You have purpose and value. And as long as you have breath, God can use you for His glory. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below. And if you would, please click the like button for this video. Please share it with someone. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel to help it grow. Seriously, God bless you and thank you for watching. We'll see you again here tomorrow on Edify.